Today we filed an unfair labor practice for bad faith bargaining against Chicago Public Schools. We are insulted by their refusal to extend the contract with a 3% raise. We are beyond insulted by the board's move to decrease our pay by 7%. And the board has rejected our education-based programs that have no cost. We are organizing, and we will show our displeasure. We feel this is reactionary and retaliatory. And I guess the fuzzy sweater is gone. CPS is broke on purpose. We are dismayed by the Seuss contract, by the Aramark contract, by all kinds of outsourcing of our jobs, and people that live in Chicago are the ones that are made to suffer. And yet we hear the people that have the most to gain say, we have to take it out of the hides of those who have the most to lose. And that's a real problem for us. So when our governor comes here and says to us, we don't need you, we don't want you, we want you gone, then we know that that agenda is in motion, and we intend to do whatever we can to stop it. Amen. Amen. We also intend to make alliances with other unions that this governor has been attacking. So SEIU Healthcare and AFSCME were here tonight, and they were dealing with a resolution that we passed in this body that says we reject the lack of proposals that were given to us. So we have a resolution on CPS's response to our contract proposals, and you all can have a copy of that this passed. Did it pass unanimously? Yes. Unanimously in this body tonight. Thank you. We'll take questions.
I know you say CPS is broke on purpose. Today the mayor said, well, he said a lot of things, but basically there's just not the money. So I don't know what he means by that specifically, but certainly I'm assuming give raises. So there is a money problem. So beyond just the broke on purpose, can you elaborate, or can you talk about what, if anything, CTU is willing to do to address that issue?
Yes, we're willing to sit down with him and show him, for example, that $200 million that he's prepared to pay to banks for 100 cents on the dollar that they owe, instead of renegotiating with them, that's who they need to do the renegotiations with. $200 million.
To stop it? Does that mean you will strike to stop it?
That means we will do whatever we have to do to stop it. We have not gotten to strike yet because we have a whole lot of other stuff. Remember, they got a new law that we have to go through? This is one of the reasons we're filing an unfair labor practice, too, because they are stopping the process. Now, they use the excuse of the election. The election's over. This guy got his job back. Let's move on. Right?
Karen, Human Rights Policy Institute raises the question of why should CTU contribute the full 9%, because many other public employees and private employees are contributing to their pensions and you're only paying 2% of the 9%.
Right, because that is part of compensation that happened with
81.
With 1981, when they didn't have any money, and they said, we're broke, we're broke, we're broke. This is how we're going to deal with this. So this is now past practice, and it's been that way for a very long time. And the Illinois Policy Institute needs to sit down before it breaks something. Okay. Yes? Oh, no? Okay.
Can you talk a little bit about your footing now? And what I mean by that is, what timeline did you give your members about how things will unfold from this point? My understanding is you have a meeting next month with all the membership again, the school delegates. And then what during the summer? And then you get into August, September, October. So what is really...
We have no timeline. We have no timeline. This is based on our ability to negotiate. That's how we can have a timeline. So we don't have one right now, which is another reason why we filed the drill.
So when's your next negotiation session with the district?
Next Thursday.
When is the contract actually up? I'm sorry, I should know.
June
this.
30th.
June 30th, okay. And then you can continue to negotiate in good faith or otherwise, however you want to describe it, after that point, correct?
Yes,
Right,
I mean,
okay.
we would hope.
If there's no deal. Today, Governor Rauner said, I'm paraphrasing, but the union should not dictate the terms of any deal. The schools do not belong to the union. The schools belong to the parents and the families. So what would you say to that?
Well, I actually agree with the schools belonging to parents and families, but they also belong to communities. Not the parents that are just there right now, but parents that will be coming, parents who were there before. Schools belong to communities. So I think that's what we
Karen, the board has suggested removing the pension pickup before as part of past negotiations, has it not? I mean,
once before,
once-
for 2 minutes.
so what makes this effort so particularly egregious in the union's mind?
Well, because they won't even look at the contract extension the way it was written that they wanted. We didn't want that extra year put into our contract, but we agreed to it because we said, okay, you know, this is a reasonable negotiation piece. And now, this is almost like they did when Rahm just took our 4% raise, period. You know, and it's like, what is the point of having a contract? There's no trust. There's no trust, and that's what's so unfortunate here. Dana.
Did the olive, at least I read, that an olive branch was extended to you by Mayor Emanuel after he was reelected, and that you had a civil conversation. Do you think that might help set, even in spite of this, set a positive negotiating tone in some way? Or how did you read that sort of phone call, now that we're where we are today?
Well, I mean, I think Rahm Emanuel is a consummate politician. And you have to have good manners at some point. We have not had a sit down yet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure there are a lot of things that we could talk about that'll be perfectly okay. And I'm actually looking forward to it.
Do you believe the posturing of the mayor's office has anything to do with CTU's support of Chewy?
Yeah, I believe I said that it was retaliatory and what else did I say? And reactionary. So probably, yeah. Because they were either going to support Chewy or me if I hadn't been sick.
Yes.
Yeah.